Today we're going to do some sentence writing. What we're going to do is we're going to take a boring sentence and make it a little more interesting. Because the writer's job is to make sure that the reader is either entertained, informed, or persuaded to do something. In this case, we're just going to try to entertain. So what we're going to do is we're going to add some details to our sentence to make it a better sentence so that the reader has a better visual in their minds as to what the writer is talking about. So we're going to take the sentence, Grandma was cleaning the barn. Well, that's an okay sentence. I've always told you capitals, punctuation, at least 5 words, doesn't make sense. So that meets all of the requirements, but it still doesn't give you a lot of detail. So what we're going to do is we're going to be adding details to our sentence. And then what you're going to do is try one on your own. So we want to make sure that we have all the parts. And again, you don't have to have all the parts for every single sentence that you write. But if you're just practicing maybe writing your sight words or just making sentences a little better, these are some guidelines that you can use when making sentences better. So you want to include when, who, how, did what, where, and why. So those are some important pieces that you can include in your sentences. So let's take a look and see what I came up with. So again, we changed Grandma was cleaning the barn to on Sunday, Grandma was carefully cleaning the barn because she wanted to make room for the new horse. So do you have a better visual in your mind as to why she was cleaning and what she was doing? You might have an idea of the different tasks that she had to do to get ready for a new horse. So that is what you do to add details. And you'll notice that I had to still change my capital. And you'll notice that Grandma's name has a capital. The reason Grandma's name has a capital is because that's what we call her in this case. If I said my grandma, then it wouldn't have to be a capital. So I color-coded it for you so you would see the difference. So on Sunday is my when, Grandma is my who. How did she do it? Well, she carefully did what? Was cleaning where? The barn. Here's that nice transition word. We always like to use that word because. When you see the word because, a reason should be following that word. So we have because, and here's the why, she wanted to make room for the new horse. So that's how you can make a better sentence. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you an idea of what you can do. So following along with that, I have some cards down below here that I want you to take a look at and see if you can't come up with your own sentence. So again, let's take a look. In this case, we have the word Thursday, which is your when, farmer, who, slowly, how, digging, did what, backyard, where, reason, which is your why, wanted, and grow. So those are the words that you're going to use to try to create a sentence. Now keep in mind, you can't just write all of those words and create a sentence because you're going to need to add words that fill in so that it makes sense. Because if I just read, Thursday farmer slowly digging backyard wanted grow, that doesn't make any sense. So what you want to do is you want to add words to make sure it makes sense. And you also want to make sure you have those capitals. You want to make sure you have the punctuation at the end. And add your own details to the sentence. Make it a good one.